It's approaching the supreme moment. Reality striking closer than it seems, don't it? Go ahead.
What's up? So we're going to cover 2 units in one video. The first one's going to be the Agility Super Saiyan Trunks XENO version. And this guy did get a Dokkan Awaken, so we'll go ahead and cover that a little bit. He does cause supreme damage to enemy and also raises attack for 6 turns. The passive skill of Righteous Indignation adds +2 ki and 80% at the start of the turn. Now he's got a couple of link skills. I'll cover that in a little bit, but let me cover the physical type XENO Trunks Battle in Another World. This guy also did get a Dokkan Awaken. Now he is a attack all enemies skill set for his super. He does cause mass damage to all enemies and adds 20% to attack for all allies for 1 turn. The History's Consolidator passive skill does add +4 ki and attack of 5,000 when HP is 80% or below. So these 2 guys share a decent amount of link skills, especially the Xenoverse link skill. I think that adds 25% to attack, so you'll see them pretty much in the rotation every turn. Now I did put in a bunch of passive skill enhancement type of characters like Pando right here, and various others to add further, attack boosts or whatnot. Now this is a private server, so the stats may differ a little bit. I think the physical version had 13,823 for HP, attack was 12,802, defense was 9351. The agility version had a max Rainbow Star HP of 14,264, attack of 13,205, and defense of 9,471. So both of these guys have link skills like Cold Judgment, Xenoverse, like I said. Let's see, Prepare for Battle is another one, so decent amount of links between them. They're both part of the Hybrid Saiyans category, so I did go with that team setup with the Ultimate Gohan double lead, as you can see here. But unfortunately, he doesn't link well with these versions of Trunks, so I'm going to keep him out of the slot as much as I can. But so far, I mean, the agility version definitely does hit pretty decently. Now the physical version is a little bit lackluster, but he does have the ability to attack all enemies. I think that flat boost of 5,000 to attack versus a percentage base like 80% for the agility version definitely hurts him a little bit. So yeah, in that regard, things have changed a little bit. Those flat attack boost numbers really aren't as beneficial as percentage based passive skills. So, but he does increase his attack 5,000 once HP gets below 80%. So you'll see a little bit of an increase in damage later on in this video. I'll make sure to drop the HP a little bit. So the this Gohan that you just saw does provide that 35% to attack and defense, and I did see in the comments that you guys, a couple of guys want to see a video on this guy. So I'll probably spend a little bit of time later on this week and dedicate a showcase video for him. The physical Super Saiyan Trunks at the end. He does provide a 25% boost to attack and defense as well. So as you can see, I pretty much built a team around these 2 guys to maximize their attack power. So yeah, 3.47 million right there. Dokkan mode, that's pretty decent output, I think. Let's see how the physical version does compared to the agility version. The HP is still at the full bar, so it's a little bit. You're not going to see that 5,000 increase to attack, but let's see how it is without it. And I'm pretty sure there's an echo in here. I actually recently moved into a new place and kind of transitioning everything. I actually ended up moving somewhere a lot closer to work, so I'm kind of in the middle of moving right now, and I'm sure I can hear my echo, honestly. So we'll see how this video turns out, I guess. Alright, so the HP is definitely below 80%, so you will see that increase of 5,000 plus the 35% from Gohan. So let's see how this Xeno Trunks does. 500,000 looks to be, and then no criticals, about 240,000, so definitely a lot less, but you know, he does have the attack all enemies function. Now in the past, like, I know people have used him for, you know, the world tournament and whatnot. I don't know how relevant he would be right now, especially with the times 30 difficulty. I think he might struggle a little bit, you know. But I mean, you can see here, you know, for weaker enemies, he did pretty well. I mean, he's, you know, hitting for, you know, 900,000 with criticals. So, you know, I guess it really just depends on, you know, testing it out firsthand in the world tournament or whatnot, just to find out if he's actually still viable or not. But he does have type advantage here, and you know, HP is still below 80%, so we'll see how he does. I mean, 900,000 and 500,000 definitely respectable. Like I said, on times 30 difficulty, I'm not sure what his damage capacity would be. It seems like the 80% increase to attack at the start of turn for the agility version definitely does benefit him more. Seems like overall he's hitting a little bit better. But he does have the Super Saiyan link, so you know, that is one of the differences between the physical version, since, you know, he's not a Super Saiyan. Alright, he might be able to go into so he'll be able to go into Dokkan mode here. So with that in mind, let's look at what kind of damage capacity he's got. I don't know, like, I mean, do you guys use any of these guys at all, you know, nowadays in Dokkan Battle? I don't really hear too much about these two, so that's kind of why I decided to do this showcase video. I was just, you know, curious as to, you know, what their potentials are, and see what kind of potential they have. I mean, 530,000 is definitely respectable, and you know, with the critical, he did super for about 425 with the combo. But yeah, I mean, I guess it varies how you look at it. By the way, I guess the Angel Golden Frieza is probably going to be coming out soon, since there was news released on Global about the, you know, Extreme Z Awakening Super Saiyan 3 Goku. I mean, I'm assuming that's what that's for. They're talking about going to the next level or whatever, you know. In JP, the first one that came out was the Super Saiyan 3 Goku, so unless they really change the schedule, you know, I don't see it being any other character. I mean, it kind of goes hand in hand too with the Super Saiyan 3 Goku event, and then the release of the Angel Golden Frieza banner. I mean, you need the Revive Warrior category for that event anyhow, so it would make sense that it'd be the case. And speaking of which, I guess the, you know, LR featured banners are in JP right now, based on, you know, if it's Broly, Gohan, or Trunks or whatever. I did burn through some stones a little bit, nothing too crazy, but personally, I think I'm just gonna hold off anything else until March 18th. You know, that's the Saiyan Day, I guess, so to speak. You know, it's the 318. You know, so. I'm guessing they're gonna have some things drop during that time, especially, I guess, the Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku is also rumored to be coming out around that time, because of the Dragon Ball Super Special is coming back. It's skipping this weekend, I guess, and then coming back next weekend. So, you know, there's a lot of people talking about they're gonna time a lot of those things into the March 18th date. So, I don't know. I mean, it's just, with my luck, I don't think I'm going to pull any LRs, even if I, you know, run some multi-summons on the banner, so I'm just going to hold off on that. You know, the good news about the physical version, in case anybody doesn't know, his SA can actually be farmed with the strike event. So it's definitely worthwhile if you do pull that card. I mean, might as well just max out the SA at least. So the agility version, I don't believe can be farmed. So, you know, it all depends on, you know, whether you want to waste your Elder Kais or whatever on. Alright, I think the agility version should be able to go into Dokkan mode here, so we'll kind of switch it up from the physical to the agility version and see what kind of damage potential he's got. For the most part, the way this is set up, yeah, these guys really don't struggle with being able to super every time, and it's not really an issue. I mean, for the most part, it seems like they're close to, you know, max key needed for an SA before you even collect the orbs or key. So yeah, 2.17 million roughly, so not too bad. Definitely a higher output than the physical version, but you know, he's got type advantage here, so let's see how he does. And you know, the one thing about this team setup right now is obviously it's a private server, so the stats are really buffed up, but defense is pretty good. So about 700,000 against Kid Buu. So I guess in that regard, he's still viable. He's still a viable option. Like he could still do relatively well, I think, on the events now. Again, I don't know about times 30 in the World Tournament, though. You know what I mean? So. Alright, looks to be about 1.1 mil with the agility version with the critical, so not too bad in that regard either. Alright, well that's pretty much it for the brief showcase on the agility, Super Saiyan XENO Trunks and the physical version.